and a little bit TLC, tender love and care. For example, if faucet broke, we call the plumber. Your car start making certain noises, we take it to the mechanic with his amazing, beautiful workshop and a lot of tools to work on your stuff. If you get sick, boom, we have an instruction, we have a protocol. Soup, medication, sleep, or sometimes going to the doctor and see what he can do for us. But what if the problem is on the mind, on the heart? What kind of maintenance we can do in that case? Hello, beautiful people. My name is Diana, and this is Diana's show. And this show will be talking about a variety of different subjects, but the goal will always be is to make our life better, beautiful, more amazing for us and the people around us. I will learn from you, and you will learn from me. And I hope I live up to your expectation. Let's go. In today's episode, we're going to talk about emotional maintenance. I'm going to share with you certain tips, certain tools that I used myself throughout my life that helped me getting over anxiety, depression, and the feel of insecurity that I'm not enough. These ugly 3 feelings. There is tools for each one of them that can be super helpful. Try them out, see if it works for you. I'm going to tell you what I personally did, and hopefully it can be a good use for you. First one we're going to talk about is anxiety. Your brain is throwing a tantrum. It's a soap opera, bum, 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 million things going at the same time in the speed of light. So many thoughts, so many ideas, so many anxiety, so many stressed out, so many worries. What do we do? First thing first, sit down. Take a breather. Take a full breath. Inhale it and exhale it as a horse. Do as many as you want until you feel much better. Another thing you can do is start running and jumping like a little kid that is high on sugar. Ba, 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 acting crazy. Use these with cautious. If you are in a place or around people that might judge you very, very much for doing so, try to excuse yourself to be in a little bit of solitude until you contain and compose yourself. After all, it's fine. Even if you get judged, you'll be the crazy person, but with a calm mind. So that was number 1 and number 2. Number 3, and I found this very, very helpful. When my brain is wreaking havoc on me and I have a million ideas, a million thoughts, feels like computer tabs on my browser that open all at the same time. Like there's 30 or 50 of them, bum, bum, at the same time. And actually, usually that makes my computer lag. Imagine your brain. So what I do is I do brain dump. Brain dump, get a pen and paper. You must get a pen and paper. Don't do it in your phone. The reason we do it on pen and paper, it slows your brain down. At that moment, when you start writing things down and dump it at the same time, you have to. Your brain has no other choice but slow down in order for you to transfer these ideas from here to that piece of paper. So you must slow down, and that's very helpful because also when you slow down and you did this whole brain dump, you look at your piece of paper and it has all the stuff that was in your brain. You look at it from far away. It's no longer in this hidden space that you cannot access. It's right in front of you. It can be organized and you can categorize it, and you can see that sometimes it just worries out of nothing. Explore, see what can come out of this exercise. But it's very helpful. I try to, sometimes I would sit down like for 5 or 10 papers, just boom, boom, boom. And I just dump whatever that's in my head. It doesn't have to make sense at the moment. Just empty your brain. You're going to feel so much better. You're going to feel so much lighter. Another thing I do when anxiety is wreaking havoc and I cannot stop my brain is I exhaust myself physically. I'm not a person to hop in the gym, start working out and all this stuff. Haven't gotten to that point yet. I'm hoping that one day I will. Dancing can be helpful. Any movements of any kind. Remember when I said act like kids, start moving like kids, act a little bit silly. It's a good outlet to let all these worries out. But at the same time, there's certain things that if I get to the point of exhaustion, it comes my mind big time. I would go for a walk for like 3 hours. And sometimes I've done 4 hours until I do not feel my legs. I come home and my legs are literally shaking from working so much. But I feel so much peace in my heart. I feel so much calmer. Take a shower and head to bed immediately. I am so much relaxed after that. Another thing also we can do is splash your face with cold water. Or you even can get a ball that's full of iced water and stick your face into it for like 30 seconds. You don't need to hold your breath for too long. The coldness in it is gonna calm you down immediately. And if you're brave and you wanna take it up a notch, you can do a cold plunge or take a cold shower. You're gonna be screaming, but I promise you're gonna be so much calmer after that. That's in regard of anxiety. If you are feeling the blues, a little bit depressed, you don't have any motivation to do anything or talk to anybody, and you're just feeling ugh. Of course, depression is a clinical situation. If you have a problem for a very long time, please see a therapist or somebody that specializes in this. I am not, and I'm not qualified. But if you get these moments every now and then, and you want to get out of that feeling, that blue, ugly, ugh feeling, there's a few things that I personally tried myself. First of all, you can also revisit the dopamine episode. I have mentioned so many tips. I mentioned many things that can be very helpful to raise your dopamine level. Dopamine hormone is one of the happy hormones. It motivates you, it puts you in a great mood. So that's one thing. Other thing you can do, and actually I stumbled into it, is listening to old music. I listen to the 90s music. Nostalgia. Nostalgia has a great effect on the brain. It makes you feel younger. It makes you feel healthier. And increases your creativity, because now you're feeling like a little kid again, who's just waking up on Saturday morning, eating an ice cream or eating popcorn, I listen to these music, and also watching cartoons. I watch the cartoons that I used to watch when I was a little girl. Tom and Jerry, The Smurfs, Daddy Long Legs, I think that's what it was called. Many things that I used to watch when I was a little girl, I would watch it now if I'm not feeling my top-notch 100% self. There's another tip also, watch something funny. You can watch that on YouTube, you can watch it on social media, whatever works. But there's an exercise, it's called the forced laugh. Your brain does not recognize if you're actually really happy or not at the moment, but you can trick it into believing that you're actually happy. So you can do is, there's exercise called yoga laughter. You can do ha 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 ha. You get the gist I'm trying to say. It doesn't take much for your body to start feeling this joy. And I'm feeling the rush. As I did it for a few seconds, I'm feeling the rush. And the minute that you start laughing, remembering a funny thing, remembering your friends falling, or a funny situation, something funny you said, it actually creates that beautiful laughter inside of you. And that laughter is going to lead to another laughter, and instantly it's going to put you in a great mood. It's going to take you out of this blue situation. Back to be composed and serious. One more thing you can do something nice to somebody. Helping others increases the hormone of oxytocin in our body. Oxytocin is a love hormone, and it's one of the happy hormones. So if you did something to somebody, if you help someone, it's instantly going to take you out of that depression mood. It's going to put you in, I am useful, I am needed, I am motivated to do more. If you feel that you are a total flop and that sense of I'm not enough and insecurity is creeping in, what can we do? What are the maintenance tools? There is a method or an exercise I stumbled into like a few years back. It's called the cookie jar. What you do is this cookie jar, the concept of it, that you make a list of all the accomplishments, of all the good things that you have established in the past and give you sense of purpose and sense of pride and sense of confidence, and you put it on this list. And in times where you feel insecure, you go revisit this list and revisit these emotions one more time to make you feel good about yourself, that you are capable, that you can do more, that you are enough, that you've done it before and definitely can do it again. I've tried this so many times and it was a lifesaver. Another thing you can do is listen to memoirs or watch a documentary about somebody who started from a lower point that you were and he become bigger. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying comparing yourself. Avoid social media, especially if you're feeling insecure, because you don't want to compare somebody's highlight reel to your backstage work. You don't want to do that. You're not seeing what's happening behind the stage. What you want to do, you want to listen to memoirs, watch documentaries about inspiring people that you feel that, you know what, I'm looking up to these role models. I can do as much good as they did. And that always gonna give you the motive and the desire to do more and be more. If they've done it, I can do it. They're not better than me. They're not smarter than me. So give that a shot. These are tools that I personally have tried. It worked for me. It might not work for you, but it might do. Try it out. You're not gonna lose anything. For everything, there is a maintenance tool. Go back to your maintenance tool when these ugly negative feelings rise up and see how it can be helpful. I have maintenance list, I would say it, for everything. I have when you feel blue, what to do. I already have this instruction like years ago. I have my cookie jar list, because there's moments actually I was proud of myself. I've done things, I'm like, good for me that I did that. So I add to this cookie jar every chance I have. So when time comes in and I'm not feeling my best, I go revisit it again. The joy tools, the dopamine list, healthy dopamine, be aware of that. how to make yourself feel motivated, create these happy hormones. I mentioned this stuff before in previous episodes, but now we're revisiting, we're trying to put it in a little bit contained concept. I hope that was helpful. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, please like it, subscribe, and share. If you put 5 stars on Spotify, it would be super, super, super helpful too. I can give you more of my material at that time. Talk to you next time. Thank you so much. Mwah.